The prophecy of the Vilna Gaon. When you hear the Russians have captured the city of Crimea, the times of the Messiah have started, that his steps are being heard.
He has already taken Crimea, and he didn't get much pushback on that from the West, Matthew. Perhaps that's a big part of the reason why he decided to undertake this terrible adventure.
This is Cardinal Adam Muema with the Ecumenical Order of Christ, and it is time. There's an article issued by Mirror. It says, World War III fears as Russia warns of universal nuclear war if West defends Ukraine. The tightly controlled Kremlin state TV has issued a series of warnings across its stations that the presence of any NATO peacekeeping troops could lead to World War III. The article continues to state, Russian state TV has issued a chilling nuclear threat to the West if NATO puts peacekeepers into Ukraine, saying that World War III might be around the corner. Moscow's tightly controlled state TV went into propaganda overdrive, warning alliance leaders meeting in Brussels today against deploying any troops into Ukraine, even if they were there to maintain peace. These chilling threats come 4 weeks into Russia's invasions, as Putin's forces continue to bombard countless Ukrainian cities with air raids, but Kiev resistance holds fast. Moscow continues to cover up the extent of losses in the war, having not updated its official death tolls. The ratcheting up of rhetoric saw blunt, undisguised warnings from the Kremlin's mouthpieces on state TV, warning that Poland would seek a NATO mandate for peacekeepers. There's another article, but before we move forward, I would like to suggest that some of your family gets this. This is a family radiation emergency kit. As you can see, I will read a list of what it has, stating 3 packs of potassium iodine, usually used after a nuclear blast, thyroid safe potassium iodine, radiological straws, 8 ounce of bottled radiatic wash, rad wipes, rad waste bag with tie, and pairs of disposable vinyl gloves. This RT editor-in-chief quits over Ukraine invasion, warns of nuclear war. It seems that the world has become comfortable with poking the bear and are distracted with what Will Smith has done. But it states in this article, the top editor of a Russian state-run media outlet who resigned in protest of President Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine last week is warning that the world could be in danger of a nuclear war. Maria Baranova, the editor-in-chief of RT, stepped down last week after publicly criticizing the invasion, telling her followers of the encrypted Telegram messaging service, "Our granddads didn't fight for this." The Moscow-based journalist fears that bloody invasion of Ukraine won't stop there. The problem is, as she stated, "I know these people very well. They never send threats. They just kill." So there is kind of a weird silence around me, but I really think we're on the brink of a nuclear war right now. I'm not exaggerating. Journalists in Russia who publicly criticize government policy risk their safety, but the situation is so dire that Baranova was motivated to speak out. She said, Baranova was outraged by her colleagues' willingness to embrace the pro-government talking points. New members of the Territorial Defense Forces trained to operate RPG-7 anti-tank launchers during military exercises amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine in Kiev, Ukraine, March 9, 2002. She goes on to state, "I have a son. I can't leave because his father won't allow me to leave with him, and so I just prefer to stay in Moscow. It seems like we're either in North Korea or we are going to be killed by a thermonuclear mushroom, Nova told Fox News Digital. I wouldn't quit and I wouldn't lose my salary and job if I was sure that we are going to be alive for many years. But I really don't know what is going on or what is going to happen to all of us next. As the start of the invasion, Putin ordered that his country nuclear weapons be prepared for heightened readiness to launch because of what he describes as aggressive statements by the Western adversaries. Now, for the true Christians that have been paying attention, you know what time it is. That prophecy stated what time it was. And I actually didn't finish reading it. This was a prophecy done by Vilna Gaon. In 1720, a young prodigy in genius was born. In Gaon, Hebrew for genius. It goes on to state, and when you hear the Russians have reached the city of Constantinople, today's Istanbul, you should put on your Shabbat clothes and don't take them off, because it means that the Messiah is about to come at any minute. The ecumenical order of Christ is in direct service to the returned Messiah, His Royal Highness, Lord RayEl. I am Cardinal Adam Muema. And as prophecy has stated, Matthew 24, chapter 31 through 33. And he will send out his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its branches become tender and sprout leaves, you know that the summer is near. So also, when you see all these things, you know that he is near, right at the door. Many of his clergy has gathered to Baja California, and there's very few we're waiting for. He's holding back the winds until that moment. You have a decision. Protect your family, make Exodus, come to Baja. Or take your chances. I've never seen anything work out well in opposition of God. If you want to reach us, we are found in the International Congregation of Lord RayEl. That is on Facebook and or VK. You can support this cause. You can share this information. But you should know, everyone is feeling what is going on. The pandemic is happening. We feel inflation. We know the war is happening, and it is infecting the entire world. So you can make that decision. Sit and wait and run for your life, or come next to the saints in Christ. The decision is yours. Like I said, you know where to find us. I will check in soon. I will update you on what is happening. But time is short, and I hope you make the right decision.